Life in America.
Damn. Damn.
Health
Damn.
insurance.
Damn.
$100.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
Let's talk about the American dream. You know, the one where hard work pays off and you can own a house with a white picket fence. Yeah, about that. These clips perfectly capture the grim reality for millions of Americans. They're working 80-hour weeks, making decent money, and still can't make ends meet. It's not just a struggle, it's a full-blown crisis. But what if I told you there's a place where the dream isn't just alive, but thriving, and it's probably not where you think?
And I thought it was the UK that was on its arse. Seems like these Americans are really fucking struggling with the cost of living crisis. Check this video out. Tell me it don't break your heart. How can someone earning $80,000 a year be struggling to live? This is fucked.
And we are literally the brokest we've ever been. Brokest we've ever been.
But I'm making the most money I ever had my entire life. My husband and I, between the two of us, gross, make like over $80,000 a year. And if you told me a few years ago that $80,000 a year was not going to be enough for a family of four.
I make more than what I made back in 2015. But I am still literally living paycheck to paycheck.
I have to work 60 hours a week and make $80,000 a year to make ends meet. That's insane. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it.
Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't pay my bills.
How are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living on the average American salary? I just watched a TikTok of a teacher who makes a teacher's salary. I don't know what state she's in, so I don't know how much she makes, but her one-bedroom apartment is $2,000. And when she spends $2,000 on that one-bedroom apartment, it doesn't even come with a washer and dryer. So she has to go pay an additional $2 every time she wants to use their washer and dryer. Okay, like, how does that leave her any extra money to spend? And then she said she had a $400 car payment, which some people were bashing her on that. But in today's economy with interest rates, that's really not that bad. And I'm sure she needs a dependable car. So you talk about teacher's salary, $2,000 in rent, $400 car payment. You got insurance, you got groceries, electricity. Like, I don't understand how people are affording life right now, and it really makes me sad for some people. You have people who are like her. She's single, she has her own salary, or families where it just works out best for them for the mother to stay home. And if the father is just making an average American salary, how are they affording life without going in a bunch of debt? This lady who's a teacher started crying because she said she realizes on her salary and where she lives, she will actually end up in more debt. Then, like, she will just continue to accrue more debt and more debt and more debt because her salary is not matching the cost of living. And what's sad is I've seen people be like, just spend less. Listen, guys, the cost of living is rising and our salaries are stagnant, okay? So there's not just spend less. That's not the problem here. The problem is the cost of living is outrageous, and minimum wage in some states is still $7.25. Teachers in some states are still paid a ridiculously low salary, even though their job is super important. I don't know what we can do about this, but I'm just going on a rant because it really, really pisses me off.
How much am I paying every month? Electricity around $11. In summer, if I use the air conditioner a lot, it can go up to $20. Water just $1. Gas for cooking or heating around $10. Fuel for my car, I only drive to work around 20 kilometers a day, so it's about $55 per month. Phone bill, $5, which includes 5 GB of data. Internet, $50, and it comes with 2 free SM card, though I've never used them. I own my home, but I needed to pay about $500 a month on my mortgage. If I were renting, it would be around $340 US dollar per month in my city. As for daily living expenses, I don't spend much on food. Plus, my company provides free meals, so it would be around 140 to 270. Yeah, it's enough for me. Some people say the cost of living in China is low, but never talk about the income levels. Still, based on these basic expenses, if you are not buying a car or a house, you can actually live pretty comfortably, without much pressure. All my stress comes from buying property, and not just one. Yeah, bad decisions really drag you down. No one in the world can escape this. Yeah, never do bad decisions.
While Americans are struggling to afford basic necessities, let's take a look at China. Forget what the mainstream media tells you. The average cost of living in China is a staggering 74% less expensive than in the United States. Think about that. Rent prices in the US are nearly 300% higher than in China. We're talking about a country where a single person's estimated monthly costs, excluding rent, are around $520 USD, compared to thousands in the US. Even with lower average salaries, the purchasing power in China often stretches further. The American dream is becoming a nightmare of debt and struggle, while in China, a comfortable lifestyle is within reach for many, with accessible housing and lower daily expenses. It's not just about the numbers. It's about the quality of life, the ability to save, and the absence of that constant financial dread that plagues so many in the West.
Europeans think we have travel money, and they think that we're spending our travel money on family-sized bags of chips, and that's why we don't leave America. I literally just read a comment from someone on a post that was complaining about Americans not leaving the country that was like, if they didn't spend all their money on family-sized bags of chips and they put that into their travel fund, I'm offended. I know that much that I'm offended. I have $50 in my savings, 60 in my checking. Like, travel fund, travel money. These are new words for me. And I'm concerned that they are genuinely under the impression that if we just didn't buy a couple bags of family-sized chips, that we'd be able to easily leave the country. We gotta let them think we're dumb. Listen, y'all, they got the internet, TikTok, social media, and these are the conclusions they're coming to. We gotta let them have something. Bless their hearts, we gotta let them have something.
Americans are so broke, and they desperately try to justify their brokenness. I always get Americans tell me, but the people in Mexico, they only make $20 a day. You make $25 an hour, and you're still broke. Sure, you drive the newest car, but the bank owns it. It's not yours. Let me see that title. You call yourself a homeowner, but your house is made out of drywall and paper, and you're going to be renting it for 30 years before you even own it. Sure, you went to college, and yeah, sure, you have a degree, but you're going to spend the rest of your life paying for it. Sure, you have the newest iPhone, you have name brand clothing, you have all the nice things, but your credit cards are maxed out. Most of Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless. The United States runs on credit. The United States runs on debt. Americans cannot function without credit. Instead of the United States of America, it should be called the United States of Minimum Payments. But according to Americans, we're the broke ones. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
So while TikTokers in America are exposing the harsh realities of a broken system, maybe it's time we stop chasing a dream that's clearly out of reach for most, and started looking at what a truly better lifestyle looks like. It's not about being anti-American. It's about being pro-reality. The data doesn't lie. The American dream for many is a financial trap. Meanwhile, in China, a different kind of prosperity is quietly flourishing. Something to think about next time you're wondering why your paycheck disappears before it even hits your bank account.